I'm Platty. I am the herd manager at Steenblik Dairy in Pewamo, Michigan. We're currently milking around 3,500 cows. And then we also raise all of our young stock in-house here as well. So we've had the system going on about a year and 3 months now. At the beginning, I had a lot of questions about it. In the past, I've worked with a lot of these systems and I've never been impressed with one of them. I always thought, a good cow guy always found a cow but 1 to 2 days earlier than the system is. And then as a heat detection standpoint goes, tail chalk, and that's the way you do it, and that's the only way that works. It's the best way. I was very skeptical putting this system in at the get-go and completely changed my mind now. Prior to putting the system in, we were running a majority of our animals actually into OVSync. As of now, it's basically flip-flop. Now we're running about 85% of all of our animals getting bred off the system opposed to OVSync, and actually the further we go along here, the bigger that numbers get. It's going from 80 to 85 to hopefully 90% to hopefully to eventually it's to the point where we really minimize the amount of cows that are going through the OVSync program. Prior to putting the system in, our preg rate, we were running low to mid 20s, 24, 25. I think we got it down to as low as maybe 23. Now we're running anywhere between 29 and about a 33, depending on the month. I think we're finding a lot more sick cows, and I think we're finding them a lot faster. It used to be, maybe we were finding them a day or two too late, and now I really feel we're finding them, especially on the hard ones to kind of spot out sometimes some of those early respiratories and stuff like that, or even early metritis. I feel like we're finding it at least a day or two earlier where we can be a lot more aggressive with the treatments. And also it's helped us tweak our treatments a little bit too, especially like on some of these respiratory cows, by finding them earlier, we can use a different treatment, which may be a little bit more effective, than when they get way out there and there's not a whole lot you can do for them at that point. I think we're more successful with the DAs we do get. On this farm, we roll and toggle all of our DAs, so within a matter of a day, we can look at these rumination reports and see, were we successful? Did we truly get this DA? You'll see that spike in rumination just immediately jump up, which to me, it's just really interesting to see. It's kind of cool. It's more we've switched our treatments around, because one thing we've noticed with the system is certain drugs do cause the cows to go off of feed a little bit more than others do. So now we've been able to kind of tweak what drug we're going to use based off of the rumination data a little bit. If she's really dropping rumination, maybe we're going to use drug A instead of B, and if she's still ruminating just fine, then it kind of opens it up to a lot more options. Even running trials on different products. I'm big on trying different things and experimenting with different things, but at the end of the day, of course, that company, they're going to tell you it works, but now I can see a lot more, and I can track a lot more of that stuff to see if is this product actually working, and to me that's a pretty as a herd manager, that's a pretty useful tool, whether we're going to continue to use a product or is another product working better. Not handling the cows is a really big deal. I didn't even realize how much it actually did affect them until we had the system, and then you kind of start to see, wow, every time we sort this cow, it really does affect her. And that's something we still, I think we'll always constantly be trying to tweak those, because obviously you've got to sort them for certain things, but if we can, if we're eliminating whether it's our 75-day check, that's one more thing we can eliminate, and hopefully over time, as we gain more and more confidence and evolve with this system a little bit, we can keep sorting even less. The employees, I think, huge. We haven't cut any employees out because of this, but it's made us way more efficient. Instead of focusing on, let's say 300 fresh cows, we're focusing on that small group that really needs to be focused on. And overall, I think, especially with the herdsmen and stuff like that, it just made us so much more efficient with our labor.